So there is a big fight brewing between Karnataka as well as Kerala. First of all, let us tell you what has happened right now. Just a few moments ago, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. B.S. Yedurappa, has written this 2-page letter in which he says that he feels that the names of villages are being changed in the Kasaragod district of Kerala. Right here, if you can see, he mentions that in the Kasaragod district, names are being changed from Kannada sounding names to Malayalam sounding names, and this is being done by the local administration. There is a huge war. I mean, all through the day you had H.D. Kumaraswamy, the JDS, various members of the JDS also highlighting, but in the evening, a chief minister wrote to the other chief minister where he said, and you read this paragraph, this is very significant, where he says, "I hope your kind self would oblige and make the Kannada speaking people of Kasaragod and Manjeshwara happy by taking a decision to stall the process of changing the names of the aforementioned villages in Kasaragod and Manjeshwara talukas in Kasaragod district." In a way appealing that don't change these names. Now it's surprising because all this while we have heard various representatives of the Kerala government saying that this is not true, we are not changing any name. Where did this story come from? But then on the other hand, you have all Karnataka, top Karnataka politicians tweeting, writing letters, taking this very, very seriously. So if there is nothing happening on the ground, then why are politicians in Karnataka fuming? In fact, in the letter of the Chief Minister, in the first page, he actually gave the name changes, that this name has been changed to this Malayalam sounding name. Why is this happening? So let's quickly take a look at what is being said. Karnataka leaders have told the Kerala government, don't change Kannada names of villages. Karnataka leaders have objected to a plan, and that's the key word. As of this moment, it is a plan to change Kannada names of villages in Kasaragod in Kerala. Whose plan is it? Politicians in Karnataka feel that Kerala politicians might be planning to change names. That's where the story stands as of this moment. No name change has actually happened on the ground. They say Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa has written to the Kerala Chief Minister saying that stall the process of changing names. The letter I showed you just a short while ago. H.D. Kumaraswamy also wrote to the Kerala Chief Minister early this morning saying, request you to halt the process in the name of linguistic harmony. Let there be linguistic harmony. Please don't change the names. Language is a huge issue, particularly in the South. For South Indian states, it's directly related to emotion. And in fact, there are political dividends also attached to a debate like this. Karnataka leaders have also told the Kerala government, this is of course from the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP MP has written to the Karnataka CM saying that they must immediately oppose anti-Kannada move. So he is from Mr. B.S. Yedurappa's party who's telling his chief minister, please stop this move. And this goes on and on, where you've got other Karnataka leaders. Karnataka Border Area Development Authority chairman has also written to the Kerala government. He says, don't change Kannada names of villages. He wrote a letter to the chief minister. All these letters are now in the public domain. He's of course the KBAD authority. He says local bodies are trying to change names of villages. Now note this very, very interesting trend. Every politician in Karnataka is not directly blaming the Kerala chief minister. Look at the word that they have used. In all letters, there is only one word that they seem to use. The pen doesn't seem to work. Local, that's the key word right here. Local bodies are trying to change the names. Then you've got other Kerala leaders who have, Karnataka leaders who have in fact spoken. We also spoke, by the way, to Kerala minister, because it's very important to know the version of Kerala. So Kerala minister, Mr. M.V. Govindan has told NDTV that Kerala has no plans to make any such changes. So Kerala, in a way, trying to say that this is a non-story. This is not true. He says that there is no such plan to make any changes. Mr. PKD Nambiar as well as Tanveer Ahmed. PKD Nambiar is a political analyst, supports the BJP, and Mr. Tanveer Ahmed is a spokesperson of the JDS, is also with us. Mr. Ahmed, I'm going to come to you first. Now that Kerala representatives are on record to say that this is not true, we are not even changing anything, then what's the big deal? What has gone into politicians in Karnataka?
It's a good news. Fantastic if at all they are not changing, because that is what Karnataka needed. Kasaragod, which is a bordering place from Karnataka, which has more than 35% of population which speaks Kannada. There is a population which speaks Tulu. There is a population which speaks Malayalam. And as well as in Mangalore, we have a huge number of population which speaks Malayalam. The Karnataka Chief Minister, former Chief Minister S.D. Kumaraswamy, when we got the news that there is a rumor like this, because we are part of the Kerala government, we have 4 MLAs and a minister in the government. We requested on a very personal note to the Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Pinari Vijayan, and which he was absolutely not aware of it. But as you rightly said, that there was certain local bodies, especially the Congress MLA, whose I think his name is Jafar, if I'm not wrong, of Kasaragod, there was a rumor which was going that Mangala was changed to Mangalam, Kumble was changed to Kumblam, and hence we request that there is absolutely no political fight here. It was a request because to keep the linguistic harmony, as rightly said by the Honorable MP from Mysore, Mr. Pratap Simha. But however, I just want to tell you that there is a huge population of Malayalis who are successful businessmen here in Karnataka. Keeping that also in interest, good, you are doing a program. If at all nothing like this happens, there is going to be a harmony between Kannadigas and Malayalis, which is what we need.
Absolutely. Mr. A.N. Shamsir is also with us. He is the MLA and also a senior leader of CPM in Kerala. Mr. Shamsir, how would you respond? You've seen that letter after letter is being written by leaders in Karnataka from all political parties. That and if you must have seen the letter of the Chief Minister of Karnataka, he has even given out names, that these are the names that are being proposed to be changed into Malayalam. He gives about 10 odd names.
I'm astonished by hearing this news. No Malayalam channels or no Malayalam paper has so far reported this story. I am hearing this story for the first time. Look, we had no parochial approach. We are seeing in the state in a broader sense, not Karnataka or not Kerala. Look, Karnataka and Kerala is sharing the border in Kasaragod district. Look, Kerala, university festivals, school festivals, we are conducting literary items in Kannada. So we are promoting Kannada-speaking people. We are studying, we are giving teaching education, we are giving education in Kannada medium also. Then why such issues are making by BJP government here? It's a deliberate approach to create a war between the two states, the neighboring states, the neighboring people who is staying in the neighboring districts.
Mr. Shamsi, you are saying that the BJP is doing this. By the way, this letter was first written by Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy. Of course, Mr. Pratap Simha also brought it up. Are you very categorically saying that nothing of this sort is going to happen?
Yeah, I can say, because our assembly session has entered in the last week of June. Nobody has pointed out, look, there is one MLA in the assembly. He used to take the swearing in Kannada language, in linguistic Kannada language. One Manjeshwaram MLA is a part of Muslim, he is a member of Indian Union Muslim League. The name was Ashraf. He has taken swearing in Kannada language, in linguistic Kannada language.
Mr. Shamsir, where is this coming from? You know, for the sitting Chief Minister of Karnataka to write a letter and in great detail giving out names of about 15 odd places, what their real name was and what the proposed changes. This is too detailed for it to be untrue. That's my only question.
Yeah. By being a Keralite, I can say it's a false story. And also from the government part,
no, how can it be false? The Chief Minister of Karnataka has written a letter, sir. It is not false. These letters are in the public domain.
Maybe he has given letter by under speculation. These all are maybe speculation. But as far as Kerala government is concerned, the Kerala government's cabinet number 2, you mentioned one name, Mr. M.V. Govindan Master. He's number 2 in the cabinet. He has already mentioned, categorically mentioned, there is no such plan from the Kerala government to change such names. How he got? He has to say before, Mr. Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Yediyurappa has to mention from where he got the news.
Okay, Mr. Nambiar, you are the closest at this moment to represent the view of the BJP. You have heard MLA Mr. Shamsir. He says that this is not true. Nothing of this sort is going to happen in Kerala. So if nothing is happening, if there is no such plan for the Chief Minister of Karnataka to write such a detailed letter listing out the name of the places and their proposed name change, where did he get this information from?
Sanket, as far as if the Kerala government is saying that it is not going to change and there is no plan, there was no plan, then it is absolutely very good. You must understand that the Kasaragod has got a multi-lingual society which speaks Tulu. I'm very close to that place. I just 30 kilometers away from that particular place where I belong to. So it has got multiple languages. It is not only the Kannada, and there is a cultural fabric of that particular place. And most of the places you would also understand, which is generally taken from there's a famous temple, and along with that, the temple's name is taken as the village name in most of those places. So there have been some kind of a noises which has been happening from within the local leaders in that area, and there is also some kind of another element to it. There is a huge rise of Muslim population is coming up in Kasaragod district especially, and if you really look at it, the maximum number of ISIS people have also been gone from Kasaragod. So if there is something like this is taking place.
No, Mr. Nambiar, my only request will be that if you make an assessment, make sure you make that assessment with facts.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts. There is nothing called.
No, what concrete evidence would you place for saying that there is a change in the demography?
I will give you one example, Saket. Since you asked me a question, I will tell you. In the Manjeswaram,
and what does that have to do with the change of proposed change, which Mr. Shamsir said is not even happening? What does that have to do with the change from Kannada to Malayalam?
That's precisely I am saying. It is not only just Kannada. As Mr. Tanveer Ahmed said, there is a Tulu language, which is more of like a vocal language which is spoken. There is a Kannada language. There are multi-languages which has been used in that particular area of about 30 kilometers in the bordering state.
Place. My question was, see, you gave me a Ram Kahani, Mr. Nambiar. My only point over here was, where did the Chief Minister of Karnataka get his information from? Because right now it appears as if all leaders in Karnataka right now want to score a one-up by being seen to be representing the Kannada cause. So whereas Kerala is saying, there is nothing to represent.
I think, Sanket, in my Ram Kahani, the first part, the first Kahani starts with H.D. Kumaraswamy. He is the one who has written the biggest letter first. The Chief Minister only followed. So unless and until there is no news, a Chief Minister and a former Chief Minister would not have been writing
letters.
Mr.
Shamsir, very quickly, Mr. Shamsir. So, Mr. Nambiar says... I'll come to you, Mr. Ahmed. I'll come to you, Mr. Shamsir.
It's time for me. I will express my view in 30 seconds.
Sure.
Look, these all are fake stories. This is a bigger plan played by Mr. Yediyurappa, because in the coming year there will be election in Karnataka. So they are encouraging such type of son of soil.
And how about H.D. Kumaraswamy, Mr. Shamsir?
Yeah. Both of them are playing third-rate politics there.
H.D. Kumaraswamy, JDU is a part of your government, Shamsir. JDU is a part of your government.
I am agreeing with you. From where he got the news, he can speak with Kerala Chief Minister. Look, H.D. Kumaraswamy is not a part of not a part of the government in Karnataka. He is opposition leader. While I'm mentioning how dare
Mr. Nambiar, let him speak, please. Yeah.
Look, Mr. Nambiar, show some patience. I keep quiet while you are speaking. Look, Yediyurappa is the Chief Minister of Karnataka. If he is writing such letter, he has to substantiate his stand from where he got the news. Kumaraswamy is not like that. He is an opposition leader. Both of them are playing not a game, pure politics. They want to gain something. That's why they are playing like this. But as a part of a government, I'm a part of a government. I'm an MLA for the ruling party. I can say no discussion has taken place in Kerala. No Malayalam.
But Mr. Shamsir, if you see the body of both these letters, they seem to acknowledge. And by the way, the local body representative has also written. He has also written a letter where he says that that there are certain local body members who may be thinking of changing this name.
The politicians should see the matter in a broader perspective. Unfortunately, Karnataka Chief Minister seen in a narrow-minded. That's why I mentioned it's a parochial approach. That's why they are giving letter. Look, Karnataka and Kerala earlier. South Canara was a part of Malabar.
No, Mr. Shamsir.
I belong to that place. I belong to that place. Look,
I agree,
Canara.
Mr. Shamsir. One moment. Otherwise, it will become a very long, discourse in history. My only point is that if reservation has been placed on record by a leader of the opposition in a neighboring state and the chief minister of a neighboring state, both saying that certain local leaders maybe or local bodies may be trying to do this. They are not saying Pinarayi Vijayan is changing the name or Mr. Shamsir is changing the name. Local bodies. Do you think it's worth investigating?
Chief Minister and opposition leader who is writing a letter to the other state chief minister, they should substantiate evidence. Local leader can raise any points. We are not giving ear to that local leaders' voices. As far as Kerala government is considered, the part of number 2 in the cabinet, MV Govindan has clearly stated there is no such move. The story is totally true, false.
Okay, Mr. Tanveer Ahmed. Tanveer Ahmed, you've heard from Mr. Shamsir. He says that this is pure politics being played by leaders in Karnataka because you want to prep for an upcoming election. And what more emotive than language? What is a far more emotive issue than language?
Firstly, Mr. Shamsir and Mr. Nambiar both are super excited. They are politicians. They need to really tone down their tune. Firstly, Mr. Nambiar, which he spoke about ISIS and all that nonsense. I think no person in the country would have. Mr. Nambiar,
we're not discussing ISIS, please. The problem is that this will require a detailed discussion. I don't have the time for that.
Yes,
we'll do it later.
Mr. Shamsir, we are part of the government in Kerala. I think you need to really improvise your knowledge. Mr. Kuti, who's the minister there, Krishnam Kuti is part of the government. And second thing, Kumaraswamy had written a letter to a good friend called Pinarayi Vijayan. We have shared enough stage with you, Mr. Vijayan. Mr. Vijayan, you need to really tell Mr. Shamsir to tone down rather than accusing and abusing Mr. S.D. Kumaraswamy and Mr. Yediyurappa. This is not playing linguistic politics. Neither Yediyurappa nor Kumaraswamy was playing linguistic politics. It was a request. If at all there is nothing like this, we would just say by folded hands, thank you very much, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan. You have done a great job because this is needed for promotion, protection and propagation of harmony between Karnataka
Mr. Ahmed, Mr. Shamsir as well as Mr. Nambiar, let us hope.
I think, Mr. Tanveer has said it very rightly. If there is no change, everybody will accept it. But if there is a change, then there is a major challenge.
Okay, let us hope there is no change and this story does not turn into a linguistic battle between Kerala and Karnataka. Mr. Shamsir says that no such thing is happening. We are going to leave this discussion tonight by believing what Mr. Shamsir is saying. Thank you very much to all of you all.